5 and 5. Stretch, open your eyes. There you go.
Hi.
How'd you go?
It was cool.
What was that like?
Interesting. I didn't expect it to like actually work.
There you go. There you go. And yet it did.
It did.
You really were stuck to the grind. And for
That's Ren speaking at the end of her hypnosis experience. This week we have a complete street hypnosis set from induction right through to the end when she wakes up, and you right through to her feedback at the end, as you see there. And you saw a clip of her in Ash's video last week, so we're going to see the full video this week of her. And I'm back in tutorial mode because I'm going to talk about what makes a good hypnotic subject. And well, let's see, was Ren the perfect subject? Let's find out inside. Hi, my name's Turan Mirza. I'm a hypnotist and clinical hypnotherapist. Every week I show you some hypnosis, and this week we're back doing street hypnosis. And this clip is by request because I got a comment on one of my other videos from Ren, and you can see that message here. It says, "Hi, you hypnotized me at QCon. I'm Ren. I had purple hair and was wearing a green cape. I was absolutely amazed with how effectively you were able to scramble my brain." Oh, don't know about that wording, but I really enjoyed it. Still have my wristband, she says, because I give out a wristband at the end saying Feel Good Hypnosis on it. So, Ren, this video is just for you. You have waited, hopefully you saw last week's video. You've waited all this time for this video, so I'm pleased to give it to you. And, well, did I scramble her brain? We're going to watch the video. We're going to find out how effective she was, how good a subject she was. Things didn't go as planned. Things didn't go the way I wanted to, but does that make her a bad subject? Let's watch the video and then find out. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, make sure to give it a like, and don't forget, click the big red subscribe button and that bell notification button next to that subscribe button so you get notified every time a new video comes out from myself. And if you have any comments about this video, any questions about this video, please leave it in the comment section below. As I just said, this is how this video was delivered to you today because Ren asked for it in a comment in the comment section below. Please ask questions. If there's anything you see in this video or about this video that you're interested in, or anything about hypnosis, leave it in the comment section of the appropriate video that you're watching, and I will do my best to, sooner or later, because this was about 3-4 weeks ago, Ren asked, it's coming up sooner or later in a new video just for you. So let's watch the video and then stay tuned afterwards because I'm going to break down, like I say, in a bit of a tutorial fashion what was going on inside that video and some insights into why things maybe didn't go as planned, or did they? You'll have to find out by watching now.
So just follow instructions, okay, and you can go into hypnosis and enjoy yourself. Okay, so once again, put your hands out like this here. Okay, you're all going to do this hypnosis? Yeah. I can't do it with if you eat something in your mouth.
Right, just going down through. Sorry, lollipop.
There you go. Okay, so fingers tight together, feet together. Okay, get good balance, don't want you falling over. Okay, and I want you to stare at the spot between those two hands. Stare at the spot between those two hands, and as you close your eyes down, just continue to imagine that spot between those two hands. Just close your eyes down, and just imagine that spot between those two hands, and now pretend and imagine that there's very strong magnets in the palms of your hands. Very strong magnets in the palms of your hands. Notice as I click my fingers, notice how those hands start to draw together, pull together, draw together. Feel those magnets getting stronger and stronger and stronger. That's right. Feel those hands getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and continue to allow those hands to just lock and stick together. Just lock and stick together. Feel those hands getting so tight, those magnets getting so strong, it's almost as if those hands are carved from a single piece of wood. Because you are unconscious now, and your unconscious is connecting with those hands, connecting those hands together, locking and sticking those hands together. In a moment I'm going to ask you to try and pull those hands apart, but those magnets are going to be so strong, it's like those hands are carved from a single piece of wood. So 1, locking and sticking. 2, binding together. 3, really getting strong, and go ahead and try and pull those hands apart. Try and pull those hands apart and find you're in hypnosis already. And sleep now. Sleep deeper, deeper, deeper together. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Loose, slip and relax. Loose, slip and relax. In a moment I'm going to ask you to count down from 10 down to 1. I'm going to count down from 10 down to 1. When I count down from 10 down to 1, your unconscious is going to take it down even deeper still. Okay. And as I drop that hand down, you don't need to say a thing. Sorry. I'm going to just go way down. Deeper, deeper, deeper. 10. Going deeper now. 9. Even deeper still. 8. So deep, so relaxed. In a moment I'm going to get to the number 1. By the time I get to the number 1, your unconscious will take you to the place that even I couldn't take you to. So deep, so relaxed. Everything will become your reality that I say. And 4. And 3. And 2. and 1. So deep, so relaxed. In a minute, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, you can open your eyes, you'll be back with us. But every time I say the word sleep or deeper sleep, your head will drop down to your chest, your eyes will close, and you'll go 10 times deeper than this feeling you have right now. So nod your head, you understand. Letting all the sounds around you help you absorb you into this state. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes, and sleep now. Way down, even deeper still, even deeper. Loose, slip and relax, loose, slip and relax. And 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. What's that feel like?
Dizzy.
Dizzy?
Yeah.
Will you put your hands out like this here? Clasp them together, interlock your fingers, bend your elbows like you're going to say a prayer. Now in a moment, not yet, in a moment I'm going to ask you to put your 2 fingers out. When I do, I just want you to stretch them about 1 inch apart, okay? And when you do, I want you to pretend and imagine there's little strong magnets on those tips of your fingers. Ready, steady, go. And just imagine getting closer and closer and closer together, closer and closer, and once again locking, sticking, locking and sticking, locking and sticking. And close your eyes down now and sleep now. Deeper, deeper, deeper relaxed. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel, the more relaxed you feel, the deeper you go, drifting, sinking down even deeper still. And way down, even deeper, even more relaxed. In a moment I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. With every count, once again, you're going even deeper inside. So 10, 9, 8, doubling that relaxation. 5, 4, legs and back and support you all the time. You will stay steady on your feet. 3, 2, and 1. In a moment I'm going to count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3 this time, your feet are going to feel so relaxed, so comfortable in the position. It's almost as if those feet are stuck to the floor, locked to the floor. You will not be able to move your feet. And the more you try and move those feet, the more those feet will just lock and stick in position. Lock and stick in position. Just like your hands were stuck, those feet will stick. Nod your head, do you understand? 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Go ahead now and try and move those feet. Really try. Really try.
What is this? What?
Really try. The harder you try, the harder they stick. The harder you try, the harder they stick. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool?
I'm not joking.
What's that feel like?
I don't know. It's like...
You really don't know, do you?
No, it's like... I can move my heel, but nothing else.
That's right. And look at me and sleep now. Way down. Deeper, deeper, deeper relax. In the moment, on the count of 3, your feet will no longer be stuck. Your feet will no longer be stuck. But just as your feet become unstuck, your name's going to stick to the back of your mind. Your name's going to stick to the back of your mind. You know what it's like when you forget something, like someone on the TV and you say, I know that girl's name, but that name is gone now. That name is gone. It's stuck at the back of your mind. Nod your head that you understand. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Move your feet. What was that like?
It was freaky. I like it.
It is. And what's your name when you try and say it?
I say that and I'm...
Sleep. Way down. Just that name's stuck. That name's stuck. Locked and stuck at the back of your mind. You will not be able to say that name. The harder you try and say that name, it just drifts away, fades away. You cannot say it. Nod your head that you understand. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. What's your name when you try and say it? Look at me. What's your name?
Field.
Sleep. Way down. Deeper, deeper, deeper relax. In a moment I'm going to count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, that name will come back to you. But just as quickly as that name comes totally back to you, just like your hands were stuck, the number 7 is going to stick at the back of your mind. The number 7 is going to stick at the back of your mind. It's like it never existed. You know how you count, like you always were taught to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nod your head, you understand. Number 7 just disappears, just fades away. It does not exist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's how you count. That's how you've always counted. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Put your hands up like this here. Let's have a little counting game. Count your fingers out loud, nice and live for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's gone now. Start again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sleep. That number 7 just disappears. That's it. Just like it started to stick, it's going to disappear. Gone. Totally gone. You will not be able to say the number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's how you count. That's how you've always counted. Nod your head that you understand. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Try that again. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
How many fingers do you have?
What?
Let's do a count game. 1 and 1 is?
What?
1 and 1 is?
1, no, 2.
2. 2 and 2 is?
4.
3 and 4 is?
6.
Are you sure?
7.
And and sleep now, way down, deeper, 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 relax. In the moment I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and on the count to 5 all hypnotic suggestions are going to disappear. On the count to 5 all hypnotic suggestions disappear. You'll feel great, you'll feel fantastic, you'll feel really excited about being at QCon today and really enjoy the rest of the day. And that number 7 will totally come back to you, your name will totally come back to you, and you'll never feel stuck on your feet. So 1, feeling hypnosis just disappear from the tips of your toes. 2, washing up through your legs. 3, take a deep breath in. Feel that energy washing all the way through you. 4, feeling fully awake, fully alive. And 5, stretch, open your eyes. There you go.
Hi.
How'd you go?
It was cool.
What was that like?
Interesting. I didn't expect it to like actually work.
There you go. There you go. And yet it did.
It did.
You really were stuck to the ground. And for a time that number was disappeared, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Thanks very much.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. That was lots of fun for me to perform. Lots of fun, as you saw right at the end there from Ren. She really enjoyed that, and exclaiming a couple of days later in her comment on that other post that she really was amazed, that she really felt like her brain was being scrambled. And yet you saw that things, as I said, didn't go exactly as planned, especially when it came to trying to get her to forget her name. So what was going on there? How come that happened? Well, let's break that down right from the start. First of all, we had all 3. We had Ash, we had Ren in the middle, and we had the girl in red. Sorry, I never did get your name. I called you girl in red last week. It's red and black really, but you know what I mean. Hopefully you're watching, you'll post your name and I'll give you a shout out maybe in a future video just to give you your place. Anyway, we had all 3 and I did the magnetic hands. I asked them to imagine their hands were magnets and they were coming together. And all 3 experienced that. So all 3 got that sense of engaging their imagination, which is all hypnosis really is. It's about engaging your imagination to imagine something that's not necessarily there. It's not necessary. Their hands were not magnets, but they were imagining they were, and their unconscious mind believed that enough to bring their hands together. The key thing is, as you watch that video, the 2 girls in the end, Ash and the girl in red, they were so amazed. They were and popped out of that moment. Whereas look at the difference with Ren. Ren kept her eyes closed, her hands came together, and she stayed there. She was engaging in that moment. She was experiencing in that moment. And that's the subtle difference between a good subject and a bad subject. And again, I don't like the word bad subject, because these girls were hypnotized to the point where they were just so amazed. Oh, wow, what happened there? They were sort of freaked out or shocked. So that's not a bad subject. It's just they need to be approached in a slightly different way. I sort of mentioned that in Ash's video. As I say, check out that info link to Ash's video in the info bars above. But Ren was just perfect. She just, hands came together and she was there. So I focused my attention on Ren. I picked on her and said, notice how your hands start to lock and stick together. I really reinforced that idea because I wanted to really test how good her imagination was. So I got her to imagine her hands were stuck together, and at a certain point I said, now try and pull them apart, and notice how they're just stuck together. And she exclaimed at one point, oh, and that's the moment, that's the epiphany moment of saying, she's there, she's in hypnosis. At that point I just need to tap her hands and say sleep. Now as soon as I did that, she sort of opened her eyes, looked around, and I said, just close your eyes down. She went back down again. Don't worry about those little breaks in synergy after that there, because she was still following along. She still was following my instructions, and doing so, allowing her imagination to take over. But when she woke up, I said, how do you feel now? She said, oh, I feel a bit dizzy. And I wanted to make sure I induced her further because of that. So I went on to get her to do the magnetic fingers. Once again, following that process of inducing her once again, and this time when her fingers were connected together, I once again said sleep. And this time, look at the slight differences in responsiveness to her head dropping down onto her chest and her eyes closing. This time she was more focused. Now I was very much confident that when we move on to the first skit of sticking her feet together to the floor, that it was going to work. And as you saw, it was perfect. She even almost doubted herself or noticed in the people, her friends that she was looking at, that maybe they weren't believing that it was true. She said, honestly, my feet are stuck. I'm not joking. She says, I'm not joking. And again, that is very genuine. Look at her expression on her face. Look at her genuine, I'm not joking attitude. She couldn't believe it herself. That is 100% hypnosis. So anything going forward was assuring me that she was going to be a good subject. So I move on to a bit of name amnesia, and I ask her to forget her name. And that's where things don't go as planned. Now, I say don't go as planned, doesn't mean it doesn't work right. I'm asking her to forget her name. For some people, that is a very personal thing, something they want to hold on to, they won't want to lose. Now, the difference here between street hypnosis and therapy is when someone comes to me to stop smoking, when someone comes to me to lose an anxiety, they don't want that anxiety. They're tired of that anxiety. They've had it for long enough and they're now coming to get rid of it. Similar with stop smoking or any issue in life, they're tired of what they're doing and they want to break that habit. But Ren didn't necessarily want to lose her name. So when I suggest that her name's gone, she's free to not accept that suggestion. It is, by the very definition of the word suggestion, I'm suggesting that her name goes, but she's free to take control and say, no, it's not going. And it didn't. And again, I love her response to that when she says, feel, haha. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I haven't failed as a hypnotist. I haven't failed as a hypnotist. She hasn't failed as a subject. It's just she didn't want to do it, and that's as simple as it is. But it empowers her to know that she is still in control. And I'm always saying this about hypnosis is I'm not controlling her. I didn't make her feet stick to the floor. I suggested it, but it was her unconscious was willing to accept that suggestion, and she accepted it. Whereas the suggestion that her name was gone was not accepted. No failure in either her side or my side. It's just the way hypnosis works. I sort of mentioned that last week in the Ashes video with this idea that, well, you know, if all suggestions were over-empowering, then I could just walk into a bank and ask for £1 million and I'd get it. That's not how hypnosis works. So I move on to number amnesia, which is a bit less concerning than losing your name, just losing a number. Yeah, there's plenty of numbers out there, so one, give or take, doesn't make a difference, and let's see how that goes. But even within that, when I ask her to count her fingers the first time, she gets to 6 and I go, 7? Now, the suggestion is working at some level. The amnesia is starting to kick in because she's not even sure if that's the right answer. Is 7 the right answer? 7? I want that to be stronger than that, so I again drop her down, reinforce the suggestion and wake her up again. This time she counts 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. She's forgot the number 7. Now, at that point, we've done a few skits with her and it's time to wake her up, and I bring her out of hypnosis and you see the end result. You see the end result at the time, and also you see the end result in that comment. She says it was amazing and you really scrambled my brain, and yet I never scrambled her brain. She was always in control of what she forgot and what she didn't forget, what she experienced and what she didn't experience. But this is why I'm saying, if I'm talking to you as a hypnotherapist or as a street hypnotist, don't worry about some skits not working, because there's always a reason, there's always an explanation as to why it didn't go as planned. It's not your fault, it's not their fault, it's just the way this hypnosis stuff works. But it teaches you, when she can say her name and she can't move her feet, it tells you that she was really, as in her words, I'm not joking, that she wasn't joking. Her feet really did feel like they were stuck to the floor. Now, there was no glue. She can move them anytime she wants to, but the suggestion, her imagination had kicked into the point where she was a perfect subject. So don't judge a good subject or a bad subject because a skit didn't work. Judge it on the whole experience, and most importantly, judge it on her feedback at the end. And like I say, a couple of days later when she posted on that other post, she said it was amazing. She enjoyed the experience. She had all the positivity of this hypnosis stuff worked, and that's the end result. The ends justifies the means, and anything else in between that didn't go as you planned, it's not about doing what you plan, it's about giving people an experience, and she clearly loved it. So thanks very much, Ren, for being a perfect subject, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. So make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and click the big red subscribe button and that bell notification button next to it so you get notified for more wonderful videos just like this one. And finally, as I said already, if you have any comments, leave it in the comment section below. That's how Ren got this video today. She left a comment in the comment section below. Look forward to reading your comments. Always love responding to your comments. So thanks very much for watching, and thanks very much for giving your feedback on these videos. I'll see you soon with another YouTube video. In the meantime, have a good week.
you.